All right, so here we have a video just to show you how to use the pen tool to achieve better quality on your drawings. So I have this image that I downloaded from the web. It's a fairly large file, and this one, the image size is about 7 inches by 5 inches at 300 dpi in my Photoshop file. I'm going to use my pen tool. I'm going to make my pen tool. The settings, I'm going to put no fill. I'm going to put black lines. I'm going to make the lines to be at least 3 or 4, let me get pixels wide. I'm going to start clicking. Let me say start here on the straight line. I'm going to click here and then click on a straight line. And then I start when I get a curve. I'm gonna just go and get a curve here. I'm just dragging so that way I can get a curve. When I do another curve somewhere here, so I can drag. I'm not letting go of my mouse yet. And then I'm gonna just do another one here, and then I'm gonna click only, and then I'm just gonna drag a bit, click again only, drag, click and drag, of course, click and drag, and here I'm gonna click and drag a little bit, and then this one is gonna just click and drag so I can connect back. So I just went behind my layer. You can see that I got that pretty clean. And I'm going to just simply go back here on this white arrow, and I can go modify the placement of some of those lines just to get them looking better. Mm. Now if I modify that, I can just get my object to do the better thing. That's one line. When I go and draw the inner line now, so I'm going to go and click on the same thing, kind of repeating the same process. Sorry, let's undo that. Click, I'm sorry, click. And if you need to get closer, you can just zoom in and get closer so you can really see what you're drawing. Continue here, click, and then I'm just gonna drag one big line here, and then click one more time, click, and then for the curves again, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, and then I'm just gonna click here. And that one's just gonna be like that, but I'm gonna fix it later. Click and drag, click here, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, and then I'm just gonna click. So that gives me that, so I can go back here to my white arrow and then try fixing the problem with this one, which is that the curve, this object is too long. So that way I can have it done this way, you see? And then for a simple detail like this, for example, I can go here and I can choose an ellipse and I can draw a little circle with that. So that makes my life a little bit easier. I can grab this tool and move it down to match. Oh, not that. I'm going to just lock my image so I don't touch it. So if I click on it, I'm going to lock it here. All right, now I can go and click on this one and then do that. And if I want to do the little one in the center, I can just grab duplicate that layer, but you grab it and dump it here into the question, the little plus sign. And then I can just grab the corner, and then hold my Alt key on my keyboard, and then I can just reduce it in size to fit that, and then I hit enter on my keyboard. Then I'm going to draw the outside for the outside, and I have a lot of details here that I'm going to try to not get too complicated. When I add just simply the background, I'm going to add these lines here and there, so I can have a good looking object. So I don't have much vision beyond here, so I'm going to just try to get this line, maybe get started. Let's see, let me do it somewhere here. Click, click and drag, click, 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 click. That one I'm gonna have to change a little bit later. Then I can click and drag, click, and that probably goes to click like that. I'm gonna click, 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 I'll try to just follow the drawing, the photograph, I'm sorry, so that I can try to be precise. So I'm gonna go here, and down here there is not much, so I'm just gonna simply make a die right there. I'm gonna hit enter. I'm gonna just go back and actually come back and fix this other side. So I'm gonna grab my tool one more time. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna select that shape, which is this one. I'm gonna select the shape, grab the tool, click on that point, and then continue drawing, so that way I can just extend the line the way I want it. Here's doing that, here's doing this, click, click and drag a bit more, and click and hit enter. So that way I got that taken care of. It's not perfect, I can go back and tweak it with this arrow, white arrow. Again, or I can change it if I want to make it more curved here. I can grab from the pen and grab this guy, and then grab and just modify the way the curve works there. That makes it a little bit better. Same with this one. And I'm gonna go back to the white arrow to change a little bit the way this looks here, and fix this one a little bit better here. So I can get them all to be the way I want them to be. I'm also going to add just simply a line down here to do the little detail, roughly there. And hit enter to not need to finish it. And then I'm gonna just model this one. Click. These are the little buttons that the goggles have for people to be able to open them up and let them breathe. Alright, so I'm just gonna go this way. Click and finish it. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Click and drag. Click, drag, click and drag. I'm gonna go right over the other line, so that's fine if it goes on the other line. Click and drag, come down here, and then finish it there. I know that that line means this one has also like a curvature here. I'm gonna try to mimic that curvature right there. I'm gonna do it with this one too. Kind of, oh, not that. I need to hit enter to finish that one before I do this one. Like that. I'm gonna just try to get this one fixed. Previous one there, not that one, this one, which is that. Try to make it a bit more, a bit rounder. I try to fix the last line to correct and make it look a little bit better. So that's that. If I'm going to save my file. I'm going to save it on my computer. I'm going to save it to my correct drawing location because I need to be saving it to my drive here, desktop. Okay. All right. Let me just put here on the vector pen tool. That will the way we can have it saved there. Now if I hit OK, if I zoom out and I turn off the photograph for a moment, you start seeing that it's a lot cleaner, a lot more information. I can correct some things. For example, down here, that line doesn't look clean, so I'm going to go and click on it. So when I click on it, actually, when I have auto selected, if I click on the line, I should be able to see it there. Then I can go here and this one and try modifying the lines. So it is pretty decent there. So I'm gonna zoom out and then. So the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do just those the band, that rubber band that we have there. In my case, it's going behind the goggles, which is fine. I can use that. So I'm gonna just use that. I'm gonna just draw 3 segments because there's actually 3 segments. So I'm gonna draw right here, just roughly. I'm gonna click on it and suggest the idea. Actually, that's all. I don't need to do any more. I don't need to fill it up blank or black or anything. Just want it to be there. And then I do this other part here. Oops, sorry, I forgot to hit enter before. So to hit enter before I continue. So I'm going to do this one here. It's going to be just pretty straight line. And then just close it here. Okay, hit enter. And then go and do the next part. And again, you depends on up to you when you do this or where, how you do it, because if the lines are um, the bend are in the different direction, different. I got that. So I'm gonna just hide my thing. This is giving me a lot more information that I can try. I have just pending this little section here. So I'm gonna go and paint that or draw that quickly. So I'm just gonna click on this one and know that this one is gonna do something like this, like that, quickly. Not too detailed, just enough to give enough information so that when I hide this one, that's enough for me to recognize. And I'm gonna just go and grab all of that and leave it like this. I'm gonna select all the layers that I just did, all those shapes except for the, the background image. I'm gonna put it on a group by clicking on a little thing. I'm gonna call it front view. So now I have the front view all in one folder. I want to move this one to the side. I want move them all to the side. To move them to the side here. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. I gotta uncheck here in order to move it. So let me click on the folder again. There we go. I can move the whole thing. Now I'm gonna turn on another image that I got from a side view. It's not exactly the same object, but it gives me a pretty good idea. So I'm gonna actually go scale this one down to fit the height of the goggles to the goggles that have. So what I mean is that I want to have fit the goggle from this top to this top, at least to get my front matching in my drawing here. So I was pretty close with it. And I'm going to actually need to expand my window, my canvas, because I need more room here. When I say canvas size, I'm going to just make it a bit wider. I'm going to put width of 2600 pixels. That gives me a bit more room so I can use it later on. Notice how I'm just drawing only one object in this file. I'm not drawing more because you don't want to be drawing too many objects in it. And here, although this is not the same object, and you gotta be conscious of that, I am going to figure out a few things. For example, I know this line is going to give me the top, and that's going to give me the foundation for it. So I'm going to use this one to draw here on the side view. So I get an understanding of that thing. I'm just gonna go here. I don't see anything down here, so I'm gonna keep it like that because I don't want any lines to go there. Then I'm gonna try to make it go this way and then stop right there. Right, that shape did not happen. Um, oh, it just didn't work. I will have to redraw it again. I'm gonna delete that and then redraw it again. So I'm gonna just try. This time I'm gonna try make sure I know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna just get out of the group, put it here, draw it one more time. And I'm gonna just start doing it here quickly, trying to get the shape looking the best I can. I'm gonna just go back here, curve, and again I don't need to go down because there is no lines below this guy here, so I'm gonna just stay there. Again, of course I'm making up stuff because I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna just end right there. When I hit enter on my keyboard, that gives me a basic idea. I need to also build from this top to the other side, so I'm gonna go and grab and click on this one here. Sorry, let me go very close, right there. See if it let me do it now. Don't let me do it. Let me just get close to it because I'm too far away. That's why it doesn't find it. So that is the object. Here I'm gonna get my tool. I'm gonna try clicking on it. Not letting me. I'm gonna click on it here. And if it doesn't do it, that's not a big deal. I just simply just start there. I'm gonna zoom out for a little bit so I can see better. In this case, my image goes higher. So I'm actually going to, because it has to ramp up, when I make it go, actually go a bit earlier, start going higher, because that's the way my goggles look on my in my drawing. So I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna put this guide here, which is where my goggles are going to arrive to make those things. So I'm just gonna finish it there, and then grab this one. Let me see if I can edit this one and put it back there. So I know that my object doesn't match perfectly, but it gives me a good idea of what it is. Now I need to do a few things. I need to correct this line, hopefully. There we go. I just try to fix it here so it follows my drawing the best I can. And I'm going to add another line right here to suggest the thickness of the glass, of the plastic. That makes it a lot more believable. And then I need to make this kind of hinges thing, or the thing where it hooks, but needs to be following this guide here on the side. So I'm actually try to do is just repeat this section here and come here, come down here, do it on this other side here, come this way, come that way, and close it. But of course, in this object, I need to put it up there, and it's to go down here. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna scale it down a little bit so that it fits better with my drawing, and that gives me the opportunity to fix it. That gives me that. So I'm gonna go back to this one. That's this. I'm gonna try clicking on this one. I'm gonna just move it manually and connect it there to make the effect. Then the rest of it is pretty much making up those glasses, that rubber band. I'm gonna put a guide to where I think it goes. It goes down here. I'm gonna try to kind of guess that distance. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go and click and draw from here, there, and let it kind of land here where I think the rubber band is going to be. Come back here, generate a line like there. I'm guessing it. I'm just not. I'm making it up, but it gives me a better sense of the information that I want. Make it fix it here so it looks better. That makes it matches a little bit better. Now the last thing that I have to do is add these guys. For that, I'm actually going to come back here. Let me just grab my selection tool, take auto select away. I can click on that guy and click on that guy. Let's try to get it, this one and that one. I'm holding shift to select those two, and I'm going to duplicate them by dragging it to the plus sign. I'm going to just bring them out. Oh, not that. Uncheck auto select so I can bring them out. Oh, I didn't do it. Let me duplicate them again. I'm going to grab them and duplicate them on the plus sign. There is the copy. Now I'm going to grab them. I'm going to just come here. I'm going to try positioning it there. So that gives me an idea. So I can now rotate it a little bit. Match is similar height. Bring it down with my arrow key. And that does a pretty decent job of positioning at least the object. I can come here, and if I want to, I can actually cut in there in that object. If I click on auto select, I click on this curve. That way I can try and say I add with the plus pen, I add a vertex there and a vertex there. That way I can try now to go and hopefully erase, get rid of that guy, and then I can try cutting it, which it's a different tool.